Whoa! Big crash! Major incident. Kenny.
Thomas Scheckter down the backstretch. At the end of the backstretch, there's the contact, and Breck's car up into the wall, virtually splitting in half. And here is the shot now from the end of the backstretch. It's a crash very...
Actually, you can see on the very underside what a ride that was. Remember we had last year with...
At the battle with... oh my God, massive accident. Oh my God, that is the motor, a car, the tub landed upside down.
That is the kink.
I don't know who that is. Kink, now she's back, she's already around, and she hits the wall with phenomenal force. The car flies up in the air, catches the fence a bit, the motor breaks off as she comes back down, and the tub continues to go.
We heard it start into the Doppler effect, and then we heard the screech of the tires and the slam with the wall. Yeah, that's not the kind of picture we were hoping to paint for the folks' ball. Quite frankly, using our...
Will be able to hang on. Wow. Wow.
Oh, see that wheel come off and fly.
We got a yellow, trouble. Oh, big upside down. Wow.
Yellow flag will come out on that.
Hard to get the car out of the way. Wow, look at that thing.
Oh my goodness.
That set up this yellow. Both cars hard into the wall long before they were into the car.
Oh, and we have a big-time crash on the backstretch. Looks like that it is Davey Hamilton. And
you can see that oil was just everywhere. Hamilton just barely clipped him, but boy, he backed into the fence very hard. Almost gets upside down. He hit that wall a ton, and Sarah Fisher just got into the debris.
Crash on the course. We have a crash involving 3 cars on the course.
John Cox.
Actually, 4 cars involved. Stefan Greg Wall also tagged.
Now just violently. Violently.
Boy, Jeff. Looked like a wheel.
The teammates took for a while. Oh, that was close for Pappas, though.
Oh, and a big hit on that unprotected wall on the...
Yellow coming into turn 4. All kinds of debris, and it's the 33, the back end. That is Ryan Briscoe.
Pit stop we had. Trouble. The 82 of Tony Kanaan, the 22 of Thomas Scheckter. A big contact. And Tony is on his...
This is the second one.
Nelson is watching as well. Nelson, you might want to look away for this one. EJ Viso wasn't using all the track, but look at that. Full throttle up over the top of the...
Fresh rubber. Numerous cars, about 16, 17 of them that had already hit it. Cars with some monkey and fresh tires, fresh rubber. 624 laps complete, 248 laps remaining. And Norlina right now starts third. We have a motion fourth. Will Howard fifth. Hitting those cars and yet hitting in this.
Damage. Well, we're glad.
On an oval.
Oh, a big crash. Justin Wilson and Tristan Vautier. And James Jakes
and
collects
Simona.
the debris.
Oh boy, in Serbia.
And Joseph Newgarden.
Wow, Serbia's car
Really
and Newgarden's car.
Wiggles.
That right rear tire was on that seam. We've talked about that, and Wilson turned in with his right rear right on the seam. Everybody else trying to get out of the way, and Serbia just gets pancaked. And there comes Vautier T-boning.
Just gets a little bit loose there. Serbia's got to make a decision, so he goes high, but out of nowhere, Newgarden comes slamming up the racetrack. So Serbia made the right decision.
That time he's going to go by going into turn 3. Oh, contact.
There are 2 leaders. The 2 leaders are out of this race, and the 7th.
That 2 years ago in turn number 2. Ideally, I think you'd like to be low, in particular going into. Oh, we have a huge crash here on the track right now. It looks like Mikhail Aloshin. I'll have to look up who it is. I saw Aloshin earlier was running very close with Charlie Kimball and as well Sebastian.
Well, look at this. Just back to live action, and we got cars all over the place on this restart. Well, that answered one of your questions about Scheckter.
Wow. What?
7th.
Isso, Blundell. O que foi aprontar o Mark Blundell? Ele errou, mas errou feio, uma pancada.
No power on warm soft reds. Hunter Ray to the inside.
Three of them get taken out.
Oh!
Can you believe what you've just seen?
Castro Neves contact. Newgarden hinge. There goes Sato. They're plowing in. The track is blocked.
Nightmare. This is inside. He knew he was there. He knew that Ryan was looking.
In fairness to Ryan, he knows that Newgarden's got cold tires, right?
Yeah.
So he's got one lap of heat in the tires.
Right
and here comes Sato.
Yeah, Joseph knew he was coming and faded him, and it squeezed him. But Ryan, he had the.
Get out of the way.
Well, I don't think he's.
Got two cars together. Look at this. There's Kanaan, your points leader. Now you talk.
Ahead of him. Oh, he had a chance. Oh, he went trying to get past PJ and they clipped. Wow. Now that was a high-speed accident. Look at that. He hadn't really started braking when he hit the back of PJ Jones, and look at the way that car got flicked into a roll across the.
Something broke on the car, Paul. You see all the sparks coming out from behind it. Absolutely something.
He was right with him right away, and he's already up the wow.
He hit that hard backwards, didn't he? He'd already lost it sort of halfway round the turn, which is a fairly unusual way to go up.
The lead. And Zanardi, with a terrible crash. Yellow is
fast and the crash on him. Meyer has gone off the road in front of us. He hit the wall heavily.
Of what happened. Let's see, Arndt Meyer spun the car and bang! Nowhere to go, right in front of the camera there, and just absolutely nowhere for the Ganassi car to go except for straight into the wall. And in fact, look, there was even another impact as they came together following the initial.
Now we've got contact, hard contact, two cars into
on the outside of them, and they just both touch. Oh, that's a huge hit, Eddie.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. In fact, this is what happens at the end of the race. I have never seen a car like Vito Miras do that, and he is incredibly lucky that it's not the other way.
Hat am Curb. Oh ja, aber klarer Fahrfehler von Oriol Servia mit der Wagenfront jetzt auf die Nackenmuskulatur. Das ist heftig. Wir sehen es noch einmal, da landet er und jetzt steigt er auf. So ging das. Aber es war klar.
See, now he'll start to say, what the heck is in front of my car? Blammo!
He locked up the brakes but had no steering. I'm guessing the left front wasn't in contact with the pavement.
You say huge hit for Paul Tracy. See, at that point, it's underneath the tires. It's lifted the car.
Oh, big air for Tristan
goodness.
Gomandy.
Wow.
Gomandy nearly went end for end in the pay-by-touch 22 car. Last one
with this whole race, and I saw one quick clip. Oh, there you go. I mean, anytime you see a car end up like that, get up in the fence and rip it apart. And you know, for me, I was on Bia's car, and she's like, "Oh, I just spun," and I didn't know till a minute later.
Ryan Hunter-Reay's on board.
So what's happened here? Ryan Hunter-Reay has run out of gas, or is saving gas, and Mike had a full tank and just ran up on him and launched the.
Marbles on the outside there. Sato gets loose. Oh
no. Oh my goodness. That is a horrifying ride for Dario Franchitti.
Oh man, that is an oval crash we've seen before, and we hate to see that kind of impact.
Sato,
oh boy, look at the debris go through. Oh boy, and fencing. Yeah, it does look like there might be some debris into the. So Sato gets loose, and Dario's got nowhere to go. That is a thundering blow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, when it went up there, it looked like it.
one in the air.
Wow.
That's Mario Marias in the air. And he's over Marco Andretti.
Wow.
Well, we knew they were funneling down into a first gear.
Whoa, another down spins it. Whoa, and that's a serious. Looked like Johansson. One of them upside down.
That's one of the Pac West cars. So Mike Groff loses it, and he becomes a launching ramp.
Looks like Guzman and Cristiano D'Amata actually made.
A split-second error. Airborne catastrophe. Watch it again in slow motion.
And an accident. Whoa. 2 cars involved. There's the spin. Philippe catches the wall. Oh. And Stan had nowhere to go. Wow.
And Stan was almost into a spin himself.
Is 2 cars involved, and that is Mira, who was riding in 3rd position, 4th position. A lot of
just didn't give him enough room. He couldn't go any lower.
But watch this impact.
Barron, yeah, he shoves him into there, and look at the flames. He shoved him into the wall, but he
with Michael Andretti in the first turn, sending both drivers into the wall. Both came away from the crash okay, but then tempers flared between the two. Montoya was fined $5,000 and put on probation when kart officials determined he took an unjustifiable risk. Carl Haas went to express his displeasure with Montoya. When
To a press coming out of 4.
Trouble! Hard crash.
First car in line, Coletti.
Saavedra, Coletti.
suddenly, and a crash, got a problem. Yellow comes out.
Wow. Wow, they just went in there side by side. And
Rutherford is in trouble. He's fighting.
Seconds ago, Rutherford was fighting for the...
Ici, la moindre erreur est fatale, c'est en dépassant une voiture.
Oh, ils se sont accrochés.
Oh, un contact.
Effectivement.
Avec une voiture Foyt, je crois. Hein. Je me demande si c'est Edge Foyt. Ça serait pas étonnant. Oh là
Quel
là
choc.
là 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 là.
Quel choc de Bruno Juncker qui a pris...
Geben es noch einmal. Also schickt er deutlich langsamer und da kommt der Japaner von hinten angeflogen. Da sehen wir plötzlich die Geschwindigkeiten von über 200 Meilen.
Oh no, crash, a hard hit. Our fourth yellow here on lap number 80.
Resulted as the car looks like it gets to the middle of the turn and just starts to go off toward...
In the 231, so forward trouble. Oh, what a crash. What a terrible crash.
Up and over, car flipped. Came back, up and over.
He doesn't really use the safety fencing. He lands on top of it.
Got into it to rip it open, right?
Yes. He landed. Yeah. Oh my! I have never witnessed an accident like that.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 cars. Car upside down and back over.